All right. Here we are. We're gonna be playing some more Amulet today because, well, why wouldn't we, right? I've been trying a couple of new things in my lists, and I don't know. I have not been sold on Rurik Thar and Manglehorn, those guys. Basically, I played 4 leagues, which you can find in my YouTube channel, obviously, and I played 20 matches. I have not played against. I did not play against Ursa a single time, and I was basically wasting cyborg slots. So today I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I am coming back to the no splash, basically. To the no splash list, we're going pretty straightforward with 29 lands and Gracer in the main deck. We're doing 2 castle, 1 of each green bounce land, and of course 4 Semi-Gross Chamber, obviously, and Cavern of Souls and Bojuki Bog in the main deck. No Colony Garden, that is the thing that I've been trying, and I have not missing it that much, though I did find like a couple of, actually multiple situations already. I played a single, just a quick league in order to test this list out, and I literally I lost against like a Vengevine, like a mixture between like it was a red green Ponza deck mixed with Vengevine. It was wild. It looked sweet though, but yeah, I lost because I just couldn't enable Feel of the Dead quickly enough, and I couldn't get Colony Garden, and I lost to Exaxis because of that. So it always, I don't know. There are always situations where the one card that you're trying out and that it's not, the situation comes up where you're not where you're just really missing that one card. But I think it's fine. I will continue testing it. Again, I'm still not sold on a bunch of things in these new lists that have been coming up. I'm not sold on the colony guard, on not playing colony. I'm not sold on the second field in the sideboard. The second card in the sideboard actually looks kind of nice. So I'm not hating the redundant cavern, but the second field has felt like a little bit redundant in my opinion. So we're gonna see how it goes. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Like this is much more related to one. Yeah, I mean, but that's what we do, Class Cravers, right? That's what I'm trying to do, and that's how how innovations happen, right? It's just like trying things out, seeing whether it works, and if it doesn't work, that's fine. We can go back to what we to something a little bit more straightforward that might actually work out better, So without trying things out and doing things that look wacky or worse or not as nice, then innovation would never happen. So I think there's a lot of value in doing that anyways. You can't enable, I mean, I don't think that's a thing. Like the difference between playing 4 gemstones versus 2 gemstones and 2 breeding pools, it's so minor in terms of enabling field. Like it really doesn't come up that much. I like this hand. Yeah, we're basically a single land drop away from. Are we playing the mirror? We No, we're playing against shadow. Um, so we are just a single land drop away from enabling turn 3/4 Titan. So we almost have Titan mana. We have multiple ways of ramping. So this is nice. My opponent will probably take the prime time here though. Second field seems super way more. I have not yet run into a situation where I would have wanted to um would I would have wanted to have a second field. It just has not felt necessary. It just hasn't. And about Ballista, I actually have not missed Ballista basically at all. Okay. So I guess we could find a sloth, right? Or another scout. So it is correct for me to cast Once Upon a Time here. We whiff. So that's fine though. I think I'm gonna get the forest because it's going to enable the castle to enter untapped. And here, ugh. If I could have cast my cantrips in the opposite way, we would be in such a better spot because I would have been able to take the amulet from the steerings, and I would have been able to take the sloth from the once upon a time. But whatever, that's just bad beats. I think I'm going to get the fountain here. I'm probably gonna play next turn. But this is best against control and aggro. Like humans, for control we have Field of the Dead, and humans has dropped off. Yeah, humans doesn't really exist anymore. Saying that second field is win more, consider nobody can destroy a single non-basic land. Yes, but usually they don't, like, you get your value before they can destroy your field, and even still, it's just you are not so. You usually have just either got both have already gotten your value, or you can get it back with ramming up anyway. So it's not like that bad, honestly. Spelton, thank you for the whole. I appreciate it. I'm a huge Furbalista guy. I haven't missed him either. Yeah, it's not a good meta Furbalista, I don't think. Also, my opponent did not lose life end of turn. I have no idea what that's about. So next turn we're playing a Cavern, I guess. I mean, my opponent's probably going to have some stuff to do over there, Liliana. That's not bad for me, actually. I think I just pitched the Cavern. Okay, command discarded. Okay. So we play Susa, play Turf, bounce Fountain, and replay the Fountain. This is Titan mana already, so I can just discard the basic forest, and we should be fine. It's also not unlikely for my opponent to just minus this Liliana. No, we're playing a different list, Hon. You can check it out on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're not gonna have field active yet. Because I drew like both of my basics with the same name. So maybe that was a reason to discard one of the forests instead of the cavern. It's okay, we're gonna draw an engineered explosives. Oh man. But that's actually not terrible, because now we actually get to make field active. So we're gonna do Field of the Dead and Vesuva copying Fountain, I guess. No, because that would prevent me from triggering field. So we're certainly doing field, and then we're gonna do Bojukibok maybe. Makes Goif smaller. Yeah, sure. This is bad if my opponent answers my Titan and they also have a Thoughtseize. But making Traverse into a whiff, I think, is actually quite valuable for us. What's the reason for 3 dismembering the board? Are you looking at it right now? It kills Shadow, it kills Ursa, it kills most things, really, that we care about killing right now. If my opponent's offered the trade, I think I just have to take it. Oh, trophy. Okay. So this is 12 damage. I think we take our chump while we can. We're gonna get a bunch more zombies next turn anyway. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I guess I tapped one more. How did I tap one more? That's why. Okay. Okay, we're looking fine here. So we're gonna do Telluri West and Vesuva copying Field of the Dead. It's gonna give us 6 zombies. And a scout. Now if we draw a bounce land, we're lucky on blue sources, but that is fine for now. Again, I did put a high premium on answering my opponent's graveyard. And maybe I should have gotten a Telluri West there. I think it's fine. Wow, opponent's attacking. So I'm going to assume that my opponent has TBR. That's level 0. My opponent can make 8/8s. 8/8s means... So if I put 3 here and 3 here, my opponents make this an 8/8. This becomes an 8/8. I take 8, 10, and I go down to 1. But then I swing for lethal. If they also have a Street Wraith, I die. But that's it. Because they don't have a fetch, so they need to have TBR plus exactly Street Wraith in order to kill me here. And throwing the scout in there doesn't help. So by doing this, I get to play around Liliana as well. So I think this is the line. How often do you want to pay some black for this member discount and have no black mana? It doesn't really happen often, honestly. Okay, so push plus Battle Rage. That was the out, and that's exactly what they had. Brutal. Yeah, oh, that's fine. You're Dobbs now, opponent. You're literally Dobbs. Yep. Alright, John Shadow. Dismembers. Field. Explosives. Bailouts. We don't really care about Amulet. We don't care about Cavern. We don't care about Ghost Quarter. And we can probably shave one once upon a time. Let's do this. What's up, Invisible Man? We're doing pretty good. Also, there's this thing in my Twitch that I can't get rid of, and it's kind of annoying. All right. More playing against Shadow, so I think we just keep this. We have interaction. We have cantrips. We have a threat, so we just keep this and just hope that we can surpass all the hand disruption. But this hand is relatively nice against hand disruption. He's here with a tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. 6 months already. Thank you for the continued support. Here we go again, breaking tier 1 modern decks since the banning of Summer Bloom. That's what we're here for. Did my opponent just like fetch before even... Oh, I guess that they were going to Inquisition me no matter what. So they wanted the extra info with the bubble. Okay, makes sense. I think we're going to be bogging on turn 1. To basically it takes a full 3 types for traverse. So I think that bog in here is actually nice to manage traversing expectations, you know. That's not bad, and this actually changes things because I can find a 1-drop here, which I don't. Would I rather castle? I think I'd rather turf, I guess. Yeah, I think I'd rather turf because it gives me another bog trigger. It's bad against Fulminator Mage, but that's fine. I don't think these decks play Fulminator Mage. I think they play Alpine Moon. I'm assuming that my opponent is playing the version of the deck that top 80 the SCG event. Yeah. Things looking good here. Don't Thoughtseize me, bro. God damn it. Probably taking Asusa. Yep. So next turn, Bog Me is the play. Classic list plays 3 for minute. Not the one that top 80 the SCG event, like I said. Pierre Mario Bros. So I'm gonna lead on Steerings, and then I'm gonna bog myself. That's not necessarily a good draw. You have an amulet. I guess I kinda want an amulet. That's fine. Just bog myself. Just trying to hang in there. Thoughtseize. 1 mana away from being able to pack for Baloth. Bad beats. Bad beats. Rot Farm is not great. If this Goith gets a little bit out of hand, we can always just Vesua copy Bojuka Bog. I don't think Hobbs played Fulminator, right? I think he just played Alpine Moons, like I was saying. Classic fetch post damage. Classic play. Did he play 2 Fulminators? Oh, I guess. I guess you guys are right. I could pack through Asusa and clean both graveyards. I could pack for Asusa, that's option 1. I could pack for... I could just pass the turn and wait until next turn, and maybe I can pack for something else. I think I like packing for Asusa, though. We die to another Fulminator. But that's cool, like we're dying to this Goif anyway. Actually, do I want to bog myself here? I don't think I do want to bog myself, actually. Yeah, I think I'll just play my other line and just pass the turn. My opponent has a second Fulminator Mage, that's fine. We lose. But they're probably playing 2 at most. This is K-Command. Yep, it is K-Command. This is fine though, we take 4 here. We pay for Pact, we Vesuva our own Bog. Always trying to keep my opponent's Goif as tiny as possible. And they kind of need something, because now we can answer the Goif. And if we draw something good, like a Titan, we kind of just win. Which is also good. They do know the top card here. Okay, Titan, Castle. I don't think I care about Castle. I'm gonna hold it in hand as fodder for Colligan's Command. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven mana total. And here, depending on how much damage my opponent does, I think I'm gonna wait. So if they only deal 2 damage here, I'm gonna take it, and then just not do anything with the explosives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I don't think I even crack here. Oh, they have a shadow. That beats. Okay, and since they do have another threat, I think I need to use my mana. Titan. Steerings. Into another explosives, I guess. Nope, neither of these do it. Alright, we did. Yes. I think that Once Upon a Time just helps the consistency of the deck enough that it's enough better than Karn, basically. Burrito. That's pretty much the idea. And again, in this matchup, I want to draw explosives. Hasim, thank you for the follow. In this matchup, I want to draw explosives early and often, so that's why I'm prioritizing Steerings over Once Upon a Time, and this hand is pretty sweet. Start here. I actually kind of like Castle here over this. Oh no, but the Semi-Growth allows me to transmute if I need to. So I guess we're gonna do the Semi-Growth. And now my opponent needs to choose whether they answer the Scout or they discard Spell me. Feels so bad to switch a threat for enabler, but that's, I mean, that's kind of like the power of Once Upon a Time, right? It's like a kind of like a pseudo threat slash enabler. It finds prime time sometimes, and it finds lands some other time. That's, I mean, that's why cantrips are powerful. What's the reason for stroke over negate? It's the fact that it counters basically the stuff that we are using negate for. Also, most of it gets covered by negate, by stroke, and stroke has the upside of also covering Ursa mainly, and it also covers opposing primeval titans. It also covers what's his name? I forgot what I'm trying to say. So prime times, it covers Wormcoil engines and stuff like that. So it's basically it's similar enough, except that it also does other stuff basically, which we care about doing. And of course, I'm regretting taking the castle now because we drew the prime time. Maybe I should have actually gone to the castle there. It would enable a turn 3 prime time. Yep, that was a mistake. I should have taken the castle there. If this were a castle, we would be casting a prime time on 3. What do you do against Ashiok? Mostly Tireless Tracker. This is the main weapon. Ashiok doesn't do anything against Once Upon a Time, so usually against Ashiok decks I sideboard out some number of Summoner Spects. That's interesting. So I guess they have a 3-drop that they want to play. How did Mangleford perform? It wasn't good. Like, we literally never brought it in. Now it's too late for Castle, unfortunately. We're 1 mana short. But I guess Castle represents 2 lands, so if my opponent does have a Fulminator, it's better for me to have a Castle. And I still don't know whether I want to play this on 1 or 2, so we're just going to hold it in hand. If my opponent plays Liliana and pluses, I'm going to flash in the Semi-Growth end of turn. If they play a Fulminator, they destroy this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still get Titan mana, so that's good. Okay, so there's Liliana. They plus. Okay. They minus, sorry. I'm gonna bounce the basic forest. I'm gonna sack this. It looked cool, but it was too narrow, and it was just like we literally never played against Ursa, so bad beats. I'm gonna play our prime time. I already having another Itular West is kind of nice there. So I think I'm gonna do Bojuku Bog plus Field here. I guess Bojuku Bog plus Tularia West is better because it plays around Fulminator. It also would allow me to explode this on 3 if I need to. Yeah, we're looking good here. We are gonna pitch the basic forest to the Liliana Plus. John, this new flavor of Shadow. Yeah, I mean, it top 8 the event, and I think there was a Grixis Shadow in the top 16, but I don't know. I just really like John Shadow over Grixis. It always fit my playstyle better. The fact that you have more threats as opposed to the Grixis Shadow deck that only has like cantrips and threats, but this version of the deck has Yo, Mulder DK, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Haven't played MTG too much since post-Ho Advance. Still on White Splash. I see a lot of dismember the board. How does it compare to running White Splash with Path? So basically, it's just fine. I think that Path is still good, right? Like Path never stopped being good, but it's more of a matter of just trying to enable discard more than anything else. When you're playing Path to Exile, you want to basically have as many white sources as you can because you really want to. You basically never want to be stuck with an uncastable Path in your hand when you would want to be able to cast it. So that's why you want to make sure that you have access to the card. What's my opponent doing? One, two, three. Can I Titan again here? I can. Primeval Titan. Castle. Wee. You gonna let me resolve this trigger? You didn't want to let me resolve this trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. You definitely didn't want to let me resolve that trigger. Now we're going after the Lily. I did play my land already, so we don't want to be doing that. We're gonna Vesuva the field again. More zombies. And here I'm gonna bounce the. I guess I left myself dead to another Fulminator Mage. I wasn't thinking about that. I kind of messed this one up, yeah. Yeah, if my opponent has second Fulminator Mage, I'm gonna lose on my upkeep. I got carried away here. I should have definitely played around this. I guess I also died to Damping Sphere. Yeah, this was very poorly played on my part. This card is not good against us. So I guess now my opponent cannot kill me. Yeah, this is not the same as Damping Sphere. They have another Fulminator Mage? Nope. That's hilarious. Alright. Yeah, I didn't get punished, but I could have. Green, green, 1 and 1. Yeah. I definitely got too hasty there. I should have played better. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I got a little hasty there. That was certainly a mistake. I should have thought about it. I really like this hand though. I'm gonna keep this. A really good hand. Playing against Fiery Islet. Probably. Oh, burn. Alright. Oh, I guess I don't want f6 because we're gonna see what I'm gonna draw here. And if it's something that I like. Okay, so never mind. So we're fine. If I manage to draw a Sloth, that would be actually pretty sick. Once upon. Ugh, these are terrible picks. So I guess I'd rather have the redundant Azusa. But it's not good. those are some pretty bad pickups. Say what? Why are they playing Firely Islet? Maybe they're playing over just a 4. Well, that's powerful. That's good for us. Another Asusa. Damn it. Asusa Flood. Definitely the Scout eating a Lightning Helix is good for us, but this Goblin Guide is dealing too much damage. I figure out the list. Okay. Taking more damage. Yeah, this is bad. I don't think we're gonna be winning this one. Don't think we're gonna be winning this one. This Goblin Guide has dealt too much damage. We needed to have found like a Radiant Fountain or something. I guess we can still top deck exactly prime time. And maybe be okay. But I suspect I am gonna be chump blocking this Gobo. So I'm gonna go down to 10. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be chump blocking the Goblin Guide. If given the chance. For Thasusa. Yeah, we need to find exactly prime time here. If we find exactly prime time, Pact wouldn't do it, I don't think. But if we find exactly prime time, we can gain 4 because we can already cast the prime time of the castle. Bold face, okay. So basically, by chump blocking the Goblin Guide, I'm forcing my opponent to have Boros Charm plus 3 damage burn spell, or Boros Charm plus 3 damage burn spell, or 3 1 mana burn spells, versus my opponent being able to have any burn spell whatsoever. So I think it's worth it for me to chump the Gobo, or the Eidolon, it doesn't matter. Alright, I mean, we need to draw exactly prime time. That's the only way that we can win, so we're gonna play to our out. We're gonna make a cyber guide for Once Upon a Time Blitzen. Yes, I'm starting to think on Bridge Bomb. Thank you for the follow. I am starting to. I think I'm going to try to build one for this. Like start building one this weekend. So I guess this is the play, huh? It's not pretty. Certainly not pretty. But it is what we gotta do. I mean, I'm dead to most things here, right? This is just a desperation move, basically. And it's actually very likely that my opponent has lethal anyway. So yeah, there's the Boros Charm. I guess they didn't have the 1 mana burn spell. But now, like, literally any burn spell kills me anyway, so it's fine. The vast majority of my opponent's deck kills me here, so. All right, there we go. Okay, burn, sage, Balots, bog out. This is a matchup where, of course, Once Upon a Time is significantly better than Steerings because Once Upon a Time finds Baloth, and like we don't care about explosives that much, but I don't like bringing in this member. So I think this is just what we're gonna do. Por castelo en lugar de una floresta, deixa apenas li floresta, acha que tudo bem. This I cannot. I don't think I'm going to be able to answer back in Portuguese, but I think I got the question. Well, you're asking whether I could cut one more forest and play a third. Yeah, we're going to keep this and play a third castle. And the thing is that they kind of like, first of all, your untapped basics are, we're already playing a very low count of untapped sources. So cutting one of our untapped sources to add one tapped source is not something I'm very excited about. And the castles also don't really stack particularly well. Unlike bounce lands, which basically we can't really have enough of, the castles don't really stack well. And once you have your even just two castles is too, it just doesn't do anything, right? So that is kind of the issue with playing multiple castles. That's pretty sick. Okay, so we're gonna turn to Baloth here. That was a really good draw. If they keep my Azusa, I am behind in land drops, but I think I'm perfectly fine because I'm super ahead on board. If they answer my amulet, that means that they are not answering my Azusa, so I think I'd rather hold the bounce land in hand. Turn 2 Baloth against Burn. Feels good. Feels good. Maximilian, yeah, so I do think that the Burn matchup is positive for us. I don't think it's very good, but I do think it's positive for us. And it has a lot to do with whether your opponent has a creature draw as opposed to a burn spell heavy draw. I very rarely lose to their burn spell heavy draws. I more often than not lose to their creature draws. So that's when I sideboard, I very often try to try to go for like adding in removal against burn and stuff like that. Path to exile. Okay. Okay with this. It's a fine exchange for us. We can go with another Baloth if we want to, or we can... If my opponent happens to tap out, I can Titan them. Unless I draw... Okay, so they do tap out, sweet. So I can Titan them now. Because I can pack for Azusa. Have you tried the Cyber Oko that we've seen in some lists in the SG Open? No, because I don't own any Okos. If you want to... yeah, that's exactly the card that I did not need to draw. So now we cannot haste, unfortunately. I still think it's worth it for me to go for Azusa. So second land drop. Third land drop. Prime time. And here we're gonna get a Tolaria and Fountain. The only thing more powerful than Echo is Soko, of course. Yeah, I really need to like try it out. Honestly, I really need to try it out because I like it. It doesn't look good in its face, right? Because it doesn't do anything that we want our deck to do. But again, like the thing that would make Coco powerful is the fact that the card is so obscenely overpowered that maybe just the power itself is enough to warrant its inclusion, basically. So that's what I could see. Also, I should have played the explosives on one because if my opponent pathed my Titan, I could have actually cracked it. All right, drawing a couple of cards. Gonna block here and block here. Here kind of would have been pretty good. Yeah, it would. It would have. I mean, the aggro matchups is where we're gonna miss Kalni the most, right? Obviously. TCG link is here, if I know. All right. Steerings. What can we find here? Oh, we can pack for another. I can pack for another Bailoff. I don't see how my opponent possibly ever beats that. So let's do that. Can't haste, don't matter. Another Summoner Spect. We're going to attack. And I want to get another Tolaria West. And I want to get a green source. The Tolaria West because I'm planning on next turn transmuting for Pact of Negation player on Deflecting Palm. And a second green source because, as I said, I want to cast an Obstinate Bailoff here. So we can do Castle, I guess? Sure. Yeah, let's do Castle. So now we're going to pack for Bailoff. And that should clean things up. Some serious cash shopping for next 2 days. Gotta make sure you get them. Oh, sweet, Ethan. I really appreciate it. The only thing that scares me in this blue-green list is that no Ballista, no Pelage removal, no Kalni makes us worse against decks like humans, even if they're a little old nowadays. Well, humans has all but disappeared, basically. So I'm not really worried about that. But we're certainly losing, especially with the lack of Hornet Queen and stuff. We're definitely losing percentages in that matchup, or like spirits and stuff. This member is still very good against humans, though. And this member is much better against stuff like Druid and whatnot, so the burn matchup is definitely much significantly worse, and that's why we actually have access to 2 Obstinate Bailoffs in the sideboard. No. Even to Lancer streaming once upon a time. Yeah, I rated Todd yesterday, and I saw that today he was posting that he was gonna play like the lists that did well at the Open. Really want to make the white splash work for Path. Yeah, but I mean the white splash kind of clashes a little bit with the castle because if we're already super low on ETB and tap sources because of the castle, right? And we would need to cut the fountain for the crossroads. That's yet another ETB tap land. We have one less sanctuary, which means that we have one less white source. And you want to be casting Path in the early turns very often against aggro decks anyway. So, have you felt the need of a second Toy Strike on the board? Not really, Pedro. No. It's amazing how many people are picking up Amulet now. I mean, Todd does that though, right? Like he is more of a variety modern streamer. He just streams random decks all the time. So that's kind of the idea. Just 5 boy with main Oko over the Rex Sage felt good. Oko's much higher in power level than Oko. I hit more things. Yeah, Oko is pretty busted. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Gaucho99 with that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, Gaucho. Really appreciate the support. 100% good assessment. I'm not confident it'll work, but I want to give it a shot. Millet comes and go in popularity, except with me. It's always popular for me. Okay. So if they Searing Blaze my Scout, that means that they're not playing an Eidolon on 2, which is good for me. But with this hand, Eidolon on 2 is not as bad as... Oof, that's a nice one. Sirior, thank you for the follow. Wow, my opponent cycled Soundbake Canyon on 2. I am feeling pretty confident about my this match. Feeling pretty confident about this one. So we can Titan on 3 if my opponent doesn't kill my Scout. Certainly, I'm not blocking. Any matchups which you take out some once upon a time on the board? Yeah, a bunch of them. Like we took one against Grixis, John Shadow, which we played a second ago. Skewer the critics, kill my Scout. This is gonna be nasty. So we can bail off this turn and then Titan next turn. How obscene is that? Castle is good. Like real good. Castle is pretty freaking good. I'm trying about testing into reading pool over 2 gems instead of having 6 forests. Yeah, so I tried that and I didn't like it, Aaron. Basically, I actually tested it on stream, and it just didn't click with me. I just didn't like it at all. Basically, it felt kind of clunky, and it also felt like I don't know. It just didn't feel particularly good. Pact of Negation, the draw is kind of awesome. I lost multiple games against Burn specifically because I needed to shock on turn 1, and then I died with like exactly lethal or something. Yeah, that's not a good use of my opponent's mana and their cards, to be fair. Yeah, Castle is just so sick. Classic 5-land Primeval Titan. Is this a concession lag? Nope. Opponent's a fighter. Tellurian West, and I guess I'm gonna get Field here because my opponent's only answer is probably a path, and if they path it, I still have a blocker. Why don't I run Ballista? Because we're running a Once Upon a Time now, and something had to give, basically. Sorry, opponent. Sorry, opponent. So Radiant Fountain, Bodas Garrison. I'm at 18, and my opponent has only 2 cards left in hand. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. 2-0. Forgot to update the record the previous time. So the secret is that the 2 Velos we always draw natural and it's insane. Exactly. Mini Ninja, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Do we like this? It's definitely on the low end of keepable hands. But this is like very likely to get us to Titan mana. So, yep, there it is. So now we have Titan mana. And a Titan, for what's worth. Oh, we're playing against Polluted Delta. This is great. Phoenix, thank you for the follow. Yeah, this is very, very good. We're playing against Polluted Delta, so we get to turn 3 uncounterable Azusa into turn 4 uncounterable Titan. Deal. Do you see Will Williams says, how do you like Gracer over 5th Thrive Scout? I've been actually running that for a while now, 22 suited. So yeah, I have been liking it. I don't think I personally I don't like Ranger basically. Not a big fan of the Ranger, so I think I'd rather have access. Oh, classic. I think I'd rather have access to the flexibility that Gracer gives you over the Ranger. I think that is better than the basically 5th copy of Scout, which is just very, very bad Scout. So I think I'd rather go with that, and that's why I play Gracer over that. But for Gracer, sometimes it's just amazing. Sometimes it does something. It's very rare. Like, I very rarely packed it for a Gracer. I did it, I remember doing it in order to... Feast and Famine. For 1 mana, they can't counter my Titan, so we should be able to jam here. I remember doing it in order to like block my opponent Inkmoth Nexus, which was nice. So Field of the Dead and what else do I want? Bojuka Ball, I guess. I got blue sources. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Bog. What else could I get? Another bounce land would be another option. I think maybe another bounce land is just better. I certainly want to be getting triggers. And I think here I just bounce the Tolaria West. I'm gonna play Decent Giant. Get more zombies. $420 Blaze hit, thank you for the follow. For Spike. Lol. Yeah, I'm not playing around Mana Tithe, if that's what you guys were thinking about. But by sequencing it this way, I managed to get one extra sample. My opponent can both play the sword and equip it, so it should be good. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Blaze. Turn full, 12 power. What's up? I mean, we're basically playing Hogak, right? That's what's going on here. Nice. Sure. Let's bait a counterspell. Cryptic, counter tap. Sounds good. So we can transmute for Summoner's Pact and cast another Titan. My opponent's playing Stoneforge, so I'm kind of putting them on no Wrath effects. Also, if they Wrath me, I don't really care. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Prime time. Looking good here. I don't really care about my opponent's graveyard, so Bujuku Bog doesn't really do anything, but I'm gonna do some Tellurian Westing. And I guess I'm gonna copy Vesuva here. A copy Field of the Dead, I guess. Yeah, sure. We have more than enough green sources to pay for Pact. We're good. Your guy has too many lands. Yeah. Instead of putting, we're putting too many zombies into play. We're basically playing Bridge Gak. How was Once Upon a Time being? Excellent. Gracer with Amulet equals plus mana. Yeah. We played from last night. I played this not like my Field of the Dead. Yeah, Field is nice. Field is nice, as you can see. So we sold it through this member of the board. It has been doing work. I mean, if I'm playing this list, then I'd rather have access to these members than other stuff, basically. I could bring in Bailoff to get cute and have something to discard to I have something to discard to the trigger of the sword, but I think that's just it's just cute. It's not good. I think siding castles is the move here. Castles are great, but I think I'd rather have all my other lands. Maybe Gemstone is the other one, but I think I'd rather have access to the untapped sources. Sideboard in this matchup is kind of rough. If I take out Radiant Fountain, I have no access to any life gain at all. So I think I'd rather leave myself the flexibility than having access to the raw power of Castle. And I think bounce lands are better than Castle when I'm playing Scout and my opponent's playing Field of Ruin. And I want to shave one more land, which is gonna be yeah, Sunhome. There we go. What is some of the Titans' worst matchups? Infect, Mill, Storm, Neobrand, stuff like that kills you very quickly. Because we're not very good at interacting. We're very good at enacting our game plan. I mean, we're like medium good at interacting, post board especially. I love this hand. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna keep it. The absolute worst matchup, it's possibly Infect. Do you think Kalni is really not needed in the main anymore against John the aggro decks? I have honestly not played against John in a really long time. Like everybody that's playing John, they're playing Shadow. And Kalni is pretty decent against Shadow, and it's actually much better than against actual John, because against actual John, Red and 6 kind of really messed with Kalni's true power. But against Shadow, it's actually pretty excellent. Today it feels good, Sergio. Buenas to you as well. Connie Sanholm, I'm surprised you usually side out against control. I most always side out against control, yes. The matchup is basically never about racing when you're playing against control. You almost never go for the combo kill. People naming plan with play engineer. Yeah, they usually naming other stuff, but sure. Batterskull. That's good for me. That's also good for me. So the fact that they got a Batterskull makes me think that they have the sword in hand. Because like the sword is so much more important than the Batterskull. And now they basically have nothing in hand, because if they're tapping out for a skull, then I'm basically winning the game. So alright. Just keep doing our thing. No need to do anything. Haven't seen Renaissance for quite some time. Is it bad at the moment? I would assume that that is the case, and that's why people have been like shying off of Ren. Play this thing. Let's find one of our caverns. No cavern. Never lucky. We're just representing a bounce land here. And I don't like my opponent showed me cryptics, so I'm not. There's no need for me to like pact for a Titan and just like play into my opponent's cryptic. And if they want to like cryptic EOT bounce my rot farm, then I have scout, so I can play it. I can play it end step anyway, so I don't really care. But I'm like super far ahead on mana, super far ahead on board. So my opponent is the one that needs to make a move, and whenever they do, I'm just gonna punish them. Haven't played Counter Queen in months. Yeah, I haven't been running Queen either. Mystic Century, you can get back your opt. One of the luckiest Amulus player I know. Am I lucky or am I lucky or okay? We can clock this Teferi if we want to. We probably do want to. We know my opponent's drawing an opt. That's a pretty good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's not a really good one actually, because we can't do anything because this card is stupid. Okay. White, red. Do you want to path my scout? You want to get me closer to Field of the Dead? I'm okay with that. I'm playing our Mana League, by the way. That's why I didn't just jam a Titan into my opponent's open mana. Never not have it. Why play mine and not GQ? I don't understand the question. Anyone got some tips for the Storm matchup cyber the gameplay wise? I uploaded the match against Storm yesterday. I played against Caleb Shearer, so if you wanna check it out, you can do so, please. It's in yesterday's stream. You can go to the description on my YouTube channel, which you can find there, and you can see me playing against the Storm Master Caleb Shearer. We played a match yesterday live on stream. That's they would probably kill this scout. Say what? What was that? My opponent just has no snapcasters, no path. They just let a Jace die just like that. Okay. They also could have fetched, and they didn't from the brainstorm. I really don't understand what my opponent is doing over there. I am very confused about what's going on right now. Very confused. What? What is going on? One, two, three, four, five, six. What the hell is going on? I don't understand. I am very, very confused. Things are happening right now. Things are happening right now, and I have no idea why. So I think we do Simic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want to bog my opponent, but I also want to make sure I don't die to my pact. Oh, I can't really die to my pact though. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna bog them and just bounce. Yeah. Just bounce and replay the gemstone mine. My opponent can't double cryptic me, so. Things are happening. I don't know why, nor how. We can get sphered here, but that's probably. I mean, we just. No, we're fine because of the Ghost Squatter. So sphere doesn't do it either. Get another cryptic. They don't. What is. I am very, very confused. What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somebody please explain. Somebody please explain. I am pretty sure that my opponent has the instant speed verdict here. But that's fine. I just hard cast an Azusa and I start. You need double white, bro. Yeah, you need double white. And I just hard cast an Azusa and I start playing Boros Garrisons. There's a verdict. Azusa. Land. Sombos. And I'm gonna bounce the Rot Farm now. I'm gonna start bouncing and replaying the farm instead of the Boros Garrison because I want to make sure that I have access to hasty zombies next turn. Or a hasty scout, I guess. If they tap out main phase again, I can always tighten them. Also, I have no idea why my opponent didn't. If their idea was to Wrath, I don't know why they did that in the instead of doing it. They didn't do it in the beginning of combat. Also, they didn't fetch a Mystic Sanctuary to get back their verdict now. I am so confused about this match. Sure, you kill one of my zombies. Winds of Abandon. Like, why? I think it's because I didn't have lethal and my opponent just wanted me to stop messing around and just kill them. I think that's what just happened. Perplexing. Perplexing. But I'll take it. It's just like, my opponent is like, okay, you got this. Just like, let's upgrade your non-lethal board into an actual lethal board. Because I just want you to kill me. I'm like, okay, sure. that works. Espero el remedio que la enfermedad. Exactly, Sergio. Sergio says that in Spain there's a saying, the remedy is worse than the sickness. Opponent's been hurt by boggles one too many times. Fair. The honorable seppuku. Yep. 2v0 match. To be fair though, like, style points to my opponent, right? Props to my opponent for the style points. Ha. Huh. Okay. So this hand has a high potential of turn 4 uncounterable prime time on the play, so I am willing to keep it. And we're gonna name Shaman here. First of all, because there's a Shaman's deck out there, so we're kind of like trying to trick my opponent, and also because if I draw a scout, I can actually cast it. What are these decks' bad matchups? Infect and Mill are probably the absolute worst ones. Probably Neobrand is worse than that Infect. We're playing against the Grixis deck. Yeah, we're playing against the Grixis control deck. But yeah, those are the main bad matchups. Usually, yeah, we just scoop to like some random decks here and there. Thought Scour again. Ah, there goes my bog. Okay, so I'm gonna need to basically work through my opponent's Snapcaster. This is not gonna be easy. I'm gonna have to work through my opponent's Snapcasters and Drowning Locks. Dreadhorde Arcanist. That is not one that I was expecting. But okay. So we already have T-West. Thought Scour me again. My opponent's going aggro on the whole Thought Scouring. So here I'm going to do a double bounce land thing. And the reason for this is I have an Azusa in place, so I want to maximize the access to mana that I'm going to have for next turn. So we're going to do this. Play this on Giant. We're going to pass the turn. I can't bog myself because they discarded it. Like, they just randomly found it with Thought Scour. ¿Ves viable el Karn desde que salimos a Japón? Manqueque siempre el Karn va a ser viable. La diferencia es, me parece que esta versión del mazo tiene mucho más potencial. Pero sí, o sea, Karn siempre va a ser viable porque es muy, o sea, es un shell, es muy poderoso, ¿me entendés? Entonces siempre va a ser bueno. Pero esto tiene más potencial, me parece. Got him. They might have the one that they exile their yard and they deal 5 damage to something. But that's fine, I'm okay with that. Like, I just don't want this Arcanist to like start accruing too much value. My opponent drew all 4 Thought Scars. That's kind of hilarious. I have 8 cards though. If they want to kill my Titan, they can do it. Fortunately for me, there's another one. 2, 3, 4, 5. And next turn we can get, we can actually haste the Titan and make it uncounterable. Oh yeah, this game is over. We are done. 3. So I can transmute 1, 2, 3. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to transmute for Pact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm gonna be able to haste the second Titan, which should be enough. Alright. Okay, so Cavern, yes. Field, yes. My opponent's playing Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'm going to assume that they have some number of discard spells and K commands, so Baloth is potentially going to be pretty good. Probably want a couple of these members. I don't think I want scouts, and I can see myself shaving 1 amulet. Then we're going to take out Ghost Squatter. Not sure about this one. I guess we're gonna have more information later. They might be playing the 3/2 land. I can't remember the name. Creepy Tarpit. Yeah, so we're gonna go with something like this, and then we will reassess for games 2 and 3. Sounds legit. They could use a petrified field. The aggro scars are for drowns. Yeah, they for sure have drowns in the main deck, and I'm also assuming that they're gonna have surgicals in the sideboard. I'm assuming both things. Ancestral Vision. Okay. Once upon. Sick. Exactly what I was looking for. Force of Negation. Opponent down to 2 cards in hand. Alpine Moon. Man, people are really digging on Alpine Moon, and I am pretty happy that is the case. Sick reads! The sick reads. That's fine though. It could potentially be annoying, but I think it's going to be just fine. Stream sniping. No, I think it's correct for them to name that. In here, I'm not gonna take advantage of the extra land drop because I want to get value from Tracker. Man, 28 lands. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. So my opponent has no more snappies now. I'm gonna play our Tracker. I'm gonna play our land. Get our value in F6. They're gonna get to Ancestral here, but like I don't know. I still feel like I'm ahead. I don't think I'm ahead by much, but I do think like I'm ahead. Sweet. Oh, thank you, Cryofan. How you doing? I mean, if they have Surgical, that would be very problematic. They have the Surgical. That's brutal. And I mean, I can't let them this. I can let this surgical be a 2-for-1. So like, if my opponent has it, they have it. That's fine. But I like if they can cryptic bounce my land and I die on my upkeep. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think I can afford to lose both pacts there. So I think it's also if my opponent has drawn the lock, they should have not exiled my summoner's facts. Who am I to say though? So if they have cryptic, that's fine. I'm just giving up to cryptic. It sucks, but it's fine. That's not cryptic mana. 2 green and green. All right. If they want to trade with this tracker, with the Snapcaster with this tracker, I'm very much okay with this. So I think it's correct for me to attack. Alpine Moon enemy field? I'm not sure. Hey, Alchemistas, thank you for the follow. And Mankeke Zero, thank you for the follow as well. Nice, Carafangs. Hope you do very well in the event. I think I'm just going to float a green here and play a Garrison. Bouncing Gems don't mind. Gonna cycle. Trucker's so good. Trucker, so good. Yeah, I'm gonna get full value here. This is fine. Next turn, my opponent kind of needs to answer this tracker, otherwise they just die to it. So, K command doesn't do anything. I feel super ahead here. It's not a combo, but Red Horror and Ancestral is nice. Yep. That's a Kriegasm. That's a Kriegasm one if I've ever seen one. Main phase Archmage's Charm. So that is effectively main facing an Archmage's Charm to draw 2 is effectively the same as hitting right click concede. It's effectively the same thing. Ancestral does not work with Snappy, the Delirious Wave. It doesn't. Have you considered using Steelbane, Hydra, Carnage Tyrant, or Dromoka Dragon Lord? No, yes, and yes. Carnage Tyrant is fine. I think it's the best threat that we have against control. If you want to like target specifically control, personally, I think Tracker is much better. But if you want to have like a haymaker against control, I think that for Amulet, one of the best that we can have is actually the Carnage Tyrant. I think the Dragon Romoka is pretty bad. I don't think it is very good. Usually, you just play it and it gets path, and then on your opponent's next turn, and that's about it. So I don't think that. I think it's kind of a trap, honestly. And the Hydra, I don't like it. It's just worse than the other two options, basically. When you face Arcade Mage, he's turning Divination into a much worse card. Those are facts, Cloud Scraper. Those are just facts. Opponent playing Baxing Mountain in their Archmage Chamber of Mystic Century deck seems highly questionable. It's definitely greedy. Certainly greedy. But as a one-off, you are probably kind of forced to do it, I guess, because Burn is a deck. What about Thrawn? I think Thrawn is better than the other two options. It doesn't trample, so it can get chumped by. It can get blocked by Snapcasters, and block Cryptic Bounce by Snapcaster and stuff like that. It can get tapped with Cryptic forever and doesn't really achieve anything. It forces you to hold up mana, which we sometimes don't want to be doing. It just doesn't do enough damage. Like 7 from Carnage Tyrant is so much more than 4 from Thrawn. And again, like the fact that it can get chump blocked, like if your opponent happens to have like secure the wastes, that's effectively that blanks your Thrun for the rest of the game, basically, or something like that. Any kind of like token maker, or like even Snapcaster, they can bounce and they can just chump forever, basically. Binging your videos for inside information on the sweet lines of play. I never thought. Oh, thank you, Cryofang. Hope you're enjoying them. Barney's also horrid matchup for Grixis variants. I can see that, yeah, 100%. See that for sure. Want to say thanks. You have my amulet game a lot, so we just wondered if you had Cyber Guide out for once upon a time version of the deck. No, Aussie. First of all, thank you. Glad that you've been enjoying the content. And second of all, I am planning on writing one as soon as I find a list that I like. I've been trying out some things, which I have some that I have liked, some that I have not liked. So I'm trying to figure out a list first of all, and once I do, I'm gonna write a cyber guide. This is a nice draw, and I am planning on doing that. So this is a transfer kill. I'm planning on doing that between this coming weekend and the following one, basically. Just don't be playing discard spells. All right, this is fine. Goblin. I think I go turn 1 Scout, because this is going to force my opponent to not play an Eidolon here. The worst thing that can happen to me is my opponent plays an Eidolon on 2, and then I cannot deploy my amulets. So if I play Scout or Reno, that means that they are going to blaze it, which means that my opponent is not going to have an Eidolon in play. So I think I would want my opponent to blaze my Scout, so I can spend my next turn to deploy both amulets. Swifty. Okay. Off a stomping ground. That is actually relevant. Like, what the hell? Certainly going for no blocks here. Thought about using enter steerings once upon a time and adventure symbols altogether. Now, I'm already cybering out. I'm already cybering out cantrips in post board games, and I actually want to have the cards that I'm looking for, basically. So yeah, this is great. Like this 1 mana healing solve. It's a great card in this matchup. Play amulet. Castle. Play amulet. Go. So I have lethal next turn. Do you think the second card is really necessary rather than Rixar or Hornet Queen? I have been liking it a lot. I have really been liking the second cavern a lot. More than the second field, for sure. Atarka's command. Alright, so my opponent's dead. I think I died to double Gutshot. We're gonna have some fun here. Give me a second. Vesuva, Stronghold.
Fatality.
It's so much value. So much value. Yeah, sure, it doesn't matter. This is actually lethal. Wee. All right. Cyborg against Burn. We're playing against Burn. All right. Baylots. Sage. This guys. This. And what was I taking out? Oh, 2 steerings. Boom. Easy. I know I've asked only this line before, but do you think it's worth getting this deck on Moto as well? 100%. 200%. 500%. Yeah, this is one of the decks that it's the that is really really helpful to have in Moto. I think that my quality of play while playing Amulet changed dramatically once I got access to Moto. Like I learned to play so much better. I think I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I think it's very close. But we're playing against an aggro. Like if like either of these were like a Radiant Fountain or something, I would keep. But as is, this is like a turn 3 Azusa into maybe a turn 4 Titan, and it's we might die before we get there. This one is a bit better. I think I bought this Stronghold. Is Sage really relevant in this matchup? It kills Eidolon, and it trades with Goblin Guide. That is pretty good. So we're gonna keep this, and I'm going to bottom the Stronghold because I want to keep that in my deck. Is the stream decker up to date? Yes, it is. All right, there's a Gobo. Okay, as opposed to last game, here I actually would really want my Scout to survive, but there's not much I can do. Just need to play it out and see what happens. Normally you can match against some special that plays the deck better than MPL. Yep, 100%. Playing this, just playing Moto. Just playing Moto in general it's so good for your improvement. And with a deck like Amulet, it really helps see the lines and that kind of stuff. So it's even more important with a deck like this. Yikes. Those are a couple that I would really like to have drawn. I think I'm gonna find a gem. No, I think I need to be faster. I think I can't be messing around too much. So I need to hope that my opponent just doesn't have a Revelry or something. Yeah, we are at least at 80% right now, Richard. Welcome. Also played against a global meta instead of a local meta of your store. Better for light tournament prep. 100%, yeah. Pizza Feed is just putting the money into Moto for ticks. That makes me feel bad about it. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it's really worth it. It also really works for, like, for example, for me personally, Moto helped me a lot, not only in terms of improvement, but also because being a musician, usually I work a lot during the weekends, and I am not able to, most events happen during weekends. And that is, sometimes messes up with your... It messes up with the schedule, So they don't know about this, do they? No, they don't. So I think I play the chamber here. And I can't really afford to play this amulet. But next turn, I should be able to. If I top deck exactly at prime time, I can cast it. Thanks to the castle. Do you make money out of playing Moto? Yep. Whenever amulet is good, I make a lot of money, honestly. Like, I mean, it's not like I make like, thousands of dollars or something like that. But considering I am actually, doing something that I love, it's just like I could be playing any other game and be making zero money, or I could be playing Moto and like I've already, by going 4-0, like at least I am going to be making like $15 by playing this league. Ugh, that really sucks. So if I don't block, I go down to 7 and I die to Boros plus something else. But this would also allow me to potentially gain more life, so I think I have to risk it here. I guess they also showed me Attacker's Command. Attacker's Command plus 1 mana burn spell would also kill me here. So maybe I should have blocked. Well, but actually, if they use Attacker's Command on their main phase, that means that they are not using it to make me not lose life on my turn. So, all right, we're gonna see what happens. Going down to 2. Does my opponent have it? They do. Yeah. We would have not gotten there. Just submit the same. Yeah, we can do better on 6. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. We're gonna bottom the second steerings. Also, sweet Twitch chat value. Yeah, exactly. What else could you want? And Twitch chat. Twitch chat is all the good that's with the world, without the bad. It's priceless. Yeah, but if you have like a minimum, like if you are decent plus at playing Magic, like you just go in infinite. I have not spent a single cent playing Moto in 4.5 years or something. So it's been a minute since I spent money on Moto. Another bounce land. Sweet. All right. We're on the Mono Bailoff plan. Oh yeah, we're 100% on the Mono Bailoff plan. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play a Bailoff here. It's not only guaranteed. It put me behind 1 land drop, but it's not only guaranteed life gain, but it's also making my opponent's attacks much worse. Now that I have like basically stabilized the board, I guess it depends on what my opponent does. Maybe if they path my Bailoff, I can simply just get more value. I'm gonna be blocking the Swift Spear. It's potentially more damage. Helix my Bailoff. Yeah, this is pretty good for us. Nice. Unfortunately, like, yeah, I think it's so good to play another Bailoff here. I think we just figured out the burn matchup. Just draw Mono Bailoffs, you're gonna be fine. And now we use next turn to transmute T-West. Oh, the opponent just concedes. 5. Oh. 5. Oh. NZ Paper, thank you for the follow. And now we can finally It's been a while since I've used this one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been liking this list way more than the one that, that I've been streaming for the past couple of days. It seems much more straightforward, and like I think we used, if not every single one of my sideboard cards, I think we used like most of them. I think the stroke was the only one that I didn't bring in. I can't remember right now, but yeah, like this list feels so much better than what I was playing previously. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Remember to hit that subscribe button and all that kind of stuff to check out the content. And you can follow me on Twitch and those beautiful places, Twitter and Discord and stuff like that. And thank you very much for watching.